Hello everybody, Stuart from Riku here, and today I want to talk about integrations. We've teased the Google Sheet integration, which is coming sort of within the next 2 days, and we've also rolled out integrations for Zapier, for Make, which is formerly Integromat, and we also have one for Pabbly. And those three integrations are something that I wanted to go over today and just sort of show you how they can work. For us, it's really important to make it as easy as possible for people to be able to build prompts, build out their data sets, and build out their fine-tuned models within Riku with all of the best large language models in a single place. But once you've built them out, we want you to be able to use them and put them into your own workflows. We understand that some people are good at code and they prefer using code for this, which is great. But we also understand that there are a lot of people who are familiar with these no-code tools. And because we are great proponents of no-code ourselves, we thought we'd try and make it as easy as possible by making these integrations. So let's have a look at how this all sort of looks within practice. So if I come into the Riku dashboard here, you'll see that everything is pretty much normal. If I come into the community showcase, we will get the list of all of the prompts which have been added here. And we can choose anyone that we want, and we can click and we can copy the prompt ID, and we have that on the clipboard. And that's pretty much the basics of what we're trying to do here. And all we need to do is, if we are using Make, Zapier, or Pabbly, is first of all, you need to accept the invite to these apps, which I'll put in the description of this video. So you'll be able to get that and you'll be able to install that on your account. For Make, you just come to this, you hit the install button and you're good to go. For Zapier, you hit the accept invite and you're good to go. And for Pabbly, you accept this app and you are good to go. And once you've done that, you can come in and let's go through Make first of all. And you can come into scenarios and you can build something out. So you'll see here, the first step in my Make scenario is this one here, which I can set up to run at a regular time. So every day, say, I could run this every day at 9 a.m. And 9 a.m. is great. And what I could do is I could then hook that up with, say, something like Discord and have a motivational quote appearing in Discord every single day. I've just messed up the screen a little bit, but that's fine. So we could go to Discord, we could go to post a message, and then we could create a message within a specific channel. If we come into the Riku connection, what you'll have to do first of all is actually create the connection. Here you just go to add and you'll be asked to put in your account name and your secret key. I've done that already, so there's no issues here. When you hit save, it will just authenticate and make sure that everything is sweet. And then you'll be asked to put in a prompt ID. I put in a prompt ID here, which I believe is for a motivational quote, which has 0 inputs, so we don't have to put in any of these additional fields. These input fields are all optional, so if you are using a prompt with no inputs, you don't have to include any input fields. And the way that we can check this is if we can go into Riku, and we can come in and we can say, okay, this one, generate business ideas. I can copy the prompt ID by clicking on this purple box, and I can see this prompt has no inputs. So I don't need to fill in any input fields. Whereas if I was to come in to the community showcase and say that I wanted to use this press release intro model, I can see this one has 2. We have the name of the company and we have what is the press release about. So this top one would be linked to input 1. So we'd put that in the input 1 field. And this second input would be linked to input 2. And we'd put that in the input 2 field. But because we're showcasing this with a motivational quote, we have nothing that we need to do here. And what we can do is we can hit this run once button and this will then run. And we can see that we have our output here. And that is great. And then what we could do is we could hook that up to Discord or wherever else we need it. So it's a way that you can create your AI generated content within Make and hook it up to some really complex workflows. You know, you could hook this up to an email, say Gmail. It's pretty slow for the start update. You could do Discord, you could do Slack, you could send stuff to a CRM, you could write notes. There's a ton of different opportunities that you could do within Make. So that's covering Make. If we come into Zapier, again, we have the same sort of workflow. So we are using a Zapier trigger to do something every day. And for this demo, we are using this press release. No, we're not using this press release intro. We are using the positive staff feedback created with GPTJ. So we've copied the prompt ID. We've come in, and again, it's the same sort of thing. Once you've accepted Riku, you'll be able to find it within the apps. We have the event, which is run prompt. There is only one event, so that is fine. We hit continue. We can put in our prompt ID. We can put in our first input, which is the name of the employee. And the second input is what are we thankful for them for. And we can take this information and we can hit continue. And we have one already from a previous test. But if I was to retest this, we can do that now. And it will create another output for us there. Perfect. So that is super simple. If we wanted to run more than one back to back, then we could do another prompt on top of that. So that's another way that you can sort of chain prompts together. It could be a fairly interesting workflow to sort of play with. But this is the Zapier integration, so you can link up with everything that Zapier has to offer. And finally, let's go through the Pabbly one. So Pabbly, you will have to accept this app. So you can hit accept this app here. And once you've done that, it will appear within your dashboard. So here is one that I've just set up to test with. And if we click in, it's going to run this. It's going to show this workflow. So we have the trigger, which we haven't set up yet, but we could set it up to be whatever we want. You know, trigger on a webhook, trigger on a schedule, trigger when something comes into Google Sheets, when something comes into Airtable. You know, there's a lot of options there. And what we have is we have the action. So the action is Ricky.ai. It's set as private. All of these are sort of set as private or hidden at the moment, and this is purely because the way that a lot of these SaaS softwares work is you sort of create the integration yourself. You get a few people to test it. Once you've tested it, you can apply to have it sort of published, and that's sort of the stage we're at. So we will be working to get these published so they are sort of easily available within the different software. But for now, there is this added step of having to accept this app, to accept this invite, and to install. But again, within Pabbly, you come in, you choose your app, you choose the action, you can choose a prompt, and again, we are using the same employee feedback prompt. First input, second input. We can leave the rest blank because we do not need to have them. And we can hit save and send the test request. And we have our text here. So you can see we have all of that text in this box, which we can drag down. There you go. It's got a bit at random at the end, but that's fine. So you can see we have a good output there, which we could use further in our workflow if we were to add another action step. And we can use anything that Pabbly has for doing that. So that makes building these workflows super simple and super easy. For us, it's all about trying to make this AI as simple and easy for you to use as possible, regardless of which technology you are using. And this workflow will work, well, this single endpoint, now that we've put it into Make, Zapier and Pabbly, it will work regardless of the large language model that you have chosen. So we will take the prompt. From the prompt ID, we will determine which technology it's using, and then we will do the routing for you to send the prompt and get the output that you have created, whether it's something that you've created yourself within Riku and saved as your own prompt, or whether it's something that you found in the community showcase and you like to use for yourself or for your business. So this is super interesting, super fun, and it's just another way to extend your AI workflows and actually start to incorporate them into a business environment and help start saving time, start saving resources, and speeding up the efficiency of your business. And that's something that we're all about. So again, if you do want to use any of these, look in the comments down below. Well, look in the description down below. We will have the link for this Make install. We will have the link for this Zapier invite, and we will have the link for this Pabbly invite. And we will do a video tomorrow, most likely, where we actually showcase the Google Sheet one as it is ready to go live. If you have any comments or sort of feedback on this, we'd love to hear it. And if there's anything else that you think that we should integrate with, we'd love to hear it, because for us, if we can help extending your workflows and make it as easy as possible with no-code tools, then that is great for everyone. If you've enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like or subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you.